it's Trina, aka Train's Gains, on TikTok and Instagram. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going over something super exciting. DFYNE is launching another brand new collection. This is the second collaboration with Hannah Pearson, and we are getting so many items. So today we're going to be reviewing, trying them on, going over what exactly is launching, my sizing, my recommendations, pretty much everything you need to know about this collection. That way you can go into launch date with some confidence and know exactly what you want to get. Let's start off with some logistics. This collection is launching Thursday, August 14th at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, you can use my code Trina to save 10% on your order, and I do a monthly giveaway. I'll give some more details at the end of this video. It's just a little way for me to say thank you guys for all your support, because I truly appreciate it so much. I would not be here without you guys, so I love you all. Now, getting into the actual products, as I'm talking about them, I'm also just going to put them up on the screen. That way you can actually see what we're working with, because it does kind of get confusing. There are so many different colors launching, but not all colors have the same products, if that makes sense. So we're getting 6 new colors. They're coming in a variety of different products. Color number 1 is quartz. Quartz is coming in 6 different items: 2 sports bras, 2 tops, leggings, and shorts. Next is chestnut. I'm actually wearing chestnut right now. It is my personal favorite, but we will dive into that more later. Chestnut is only coming in 2 tops and flares. Now, flares are the most exciting piece of this collection. I am so excited to show you guys what they look like on. Color number 3 is aloe. Aloe is coming in the same variations as quartz: 2 sports bras, 2 tops, leggings, and shorts. Color number 4 is oat. Oat is actually the only color that comes in every single item of this launch. So it's coming in 2 sports bras, 2 tops, leggings, shorts, as well as the flares. So 7 total products for the color oat. Color number 5 is cove. Cove, same variations as aloe and quartz: 2 sports bras, 2 tops, leggings, and shorts. And last but not least is, of course, midnight black, which pretty much comes in every collection at this point. But of course, we need to have black when it comes to flares, because it is coming in the flares and the 2 tops. So let's dive right into it, starting off with chestnut, which is what I'm currently wearing. I will show you guys what this looks like on. All right, guys, this is chestnut. I'm wearing the minimal long line top and the flares here. This is by far my favorite set of this collection. I am obsessed. I would wear this every single day to every single event if I could. This top is my favorite of the collection. It features a little mini ruching detail here. It is padded, and it pretty much just provides that little like extra oomph right here. It does have a little band that is pretty compressive, very soft. It reminds me similarly to the Origin V-neck tops, but it's a little bit more buttery soft, whereas the Origin tank tops are a little bit more fabric-y, if that makes sense. So this one's very smooth, very compressive. The backs feature a very low back, and it's pretty similar again to the Origin tank tops, where it has a pretty wide split. I'm wearing a size small. I'm wearing pretty much a size small in this collection, except for the flares, and I will go over my sizing and my recommendations in a little bit more depth later. But let's move on to the flares. The flares. Now, these are my favorite, like I said, piece of this collection. They are so gorgeous. I feel like we've been waiting for DFYNE to drop flares for so long. These feature a pretty mid to high waist, as you can see here. It sits just below my belly button. It has a little logo right on the side. Same material as the top, very buttery smooth, very compressive. It features a V back seam, and not necessarily a scrunch, but a seam that does kind of go into the glutes. Now, my one grievance with these flares is that the V goes down very far. As you can see, that is very far and down at the bottom of my glutes. Now, looking at length, I am wearing a extra small tall. So if you can see, they are slightly touching the ground. To me, honestly, this looks almost like a regular length, or just a slightly longer than regular length. Granted, I am wearing a size extra small. I am 5'6", though my legs are longer than my torso, so I do tend to order long lengths in pretty much all items, whether that be the cargo sweats, jeans, pretty much anything, just because I do have longer legs. So in the Origin collection, dropped earlier this year, I did wear an extra small in those leggings, but these fit definitely a lot tighter. I think at this point I've stretched them out a little bit because they're a lot more comfy now. I wore them for cardio and for core in the gym. I would definitely reorder these in a size small, just one for a little bit extra length and two a little bit less compression because they are just so skin tight. I would say go with your impact sizing when it comes to these. If you are in between sizes, size up. Okay, here is the second top that is coming in the chestnut shade. These are the three products in the minimal top that I was wearing previously. This is the halter longline top, and the flares, these are the only three products that are coming in this color. Now, I love this top. It's very minimal, and my favorite part is the open back. I will say that I did get a size small in this top, and it is a little bit loose around the bust just because I don't have anything going on here. I did get smalls in all of these tops because I am getting a breast augmentation later this year, so just in anticipation of that. It has the same band here for compression underneath the girls, just for a little extra support. It is also padded, and then it has the same material through the waist and through the stomach area as the minimal longline top. Now, one grievance that I have with this top is this seam here. When I first put it on, especially for the lighter colors, I was like, it sticks out a little bit. Is a little bit interesting in the way that it looks. I understand, like, it's kind of just there for detailing, and I think it doesn't look too crazy at all, but when I first put it on, I was like, I like this top. I think she's super cute, especially with the full set together, and I love that it's open back. I will say that I do prefer the minimal longline top over this one, just because one, it's a little bit more supportive up here, two, it has a little bit more of the pushing effect, and three, just these little seam things are throwing me off just slightly, although I do, like I said, still really like this top. Both of these tops, the halter longline and the minimal longline, are coming in every single color. So super easy to mix and match, but let's go ahead and try on the next color. Okay guys, next color is black. Oh, she is just so beautiful, so sleek. I love her. I know I usually say that black is boring, but when it comes, sorry, my cat is actually trying to knock over my camera right now. But when it comes to flares and tops like this that are super versatile both in and out of the gym, I think black is a must. This is just the most flattering set I've put on my body. I actually am just so obsessed with this top. I feel like I really just have nothing going on here, but look at how it makes the girls look. Like, that is actually insane. Now, the black is also only coming in 3 pieces, just like chestnut. So it is coming in the flares, the minimal top, and then the long line halter top that I just tried on with chestnut as well. Definitely think that these are probably gonna go the quickest just because they are black staples. The last color to come in the flares is going to be oat. This is a beige color, and she is beautiful. Now, I know that DFYNE has really been leaning into bright colors for the summer, but as a neutrals girly, this collection has my heart because all of the colors are just perfection. Hannah really ate with all of these colors because this one is truly so beautiful. Wearing, again, the minimal top here, still super, super flattering. Like, come on, this is so good. Closer look at the flares, just such a stunning set. I love it. These two, so good. Now, oat is the only color to come in the flares and also all of the other pieces. So I'm also going to put on the leggings and one of the sports bras for you guys to take a look at. First sports bra, this is the minimal sports bra. It's essentially just identical to the minimal top, but just cut off where this little like band is. As you can see, it features that same ruching detail in between the girls, same logo on the side, but the best part to me is actually the back. It has that same like wide feature, but instead of a thick band across the back, it has this little small band. I think that detail is super, super cute. Now, I also did get a size small in this sports bra because, again, in anticipation of my breast augmentation later this year. However, it is pretty loose on the bust. So if I raise my arm a few times, you can see that the sports bra does move up. So I would say go with your usual sizing, don't size up for this top. Whatever size you wear, and the Impact Strappy sports bra is the sizing I would get in this sports bra because I have both extra small and small in the Impact sports bra, and the smalls do the exact same thing, whereas the extra smalls do stay in place. But again, because I am in anticipation for bigger girls, finally, I know that I will definitely not be able to fit into an extra small after the surgery. I actually love these leggings. So they are very similar to Impact in the way that they fit, where they are kind of lower waisted. They do have similar contouring around the glutes and the back as well. And the scrunch itself is very, very similar. Although I don't feel like these are Impact. Like, people are saying these are super, super, super similar to Impact, and I don't know if I agree. The material isn't like as tight, which I feel like if you think like Impact is just way too tight for you, you will love these leggings, because me personally, I think I like these better than Impact. I don't know what it is about them, but they just fit my body super well. I do have a short torso, so I really appreciate when waistbands are a little bit lower, and it is compressive around the waistband. These are a size small, and the size small leggings that I have in Impact feel too loose around the waist and too tight around the legs. I feel like that is not an issue with these leggings. Like, the contouring also around the glutes is just super flattering. I got a compliment when I was wearing these leggings in the gym. A girl came up to me and asked for my glute workout, and that actually made me want to cry. So I don't know, take with that what you will. Like, that literally made my whole week. But this is what the set looks like. I love this color, love the leggings, love the sports bra. Now, this color does come in every single product, which means it does come in the halter neck sports bra as well. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I think this one might be my least favorite product of the collection. Now, it's very minimal, and I think it can be very flattering, but as someone that has no girls, I don't know, I just don't like the way it looks on me. I also just cannot get over these little like things here. I feel like they're a lot more prominent on just a sports bra, because it just like ends and then it's like, what was the point of that? You know what I mean? And I will say that if you are a minimal sports bra girly, you will love this one, because it just has that line in the back, similarly to the Impact strappy sports bra. So I think if you really like that sports bra, you'll really like this one. Again, not necessarily my favorite. I am glad that I got a small in this top though, because it is a little bit tight around my neck. I think if I had gotten an extra small, it would have been a little bit too tight around the neck and a little bit too tight around the band here. This one does not move up when I reach my arms above my head like the other sports bra does. So I do like that it does stay in place a little bit better, but I think it does look cute. I just think it might not look super cute on me personally. So just my personal opinion. It is still super soft, super minimal, and I think it works with the set very well, and it does look really good with the flared leggings. Now we're getting into the colors that do not have flares, but do come in every single other product, which are the 2 sports bras, 2 tops, shorts, and the leggings. This, I think, is my personal favorite out of the 3. This is Cove. Cove is a very beautiful purplish blue color. She is just stunning. Probably the brightest color from this collection, and I personally love it. Like, it still feels pretty, like you can wear this in and out of the gym. This is the minimal sports bra, and I'm wearing them with the 4.5-inch shorts. These shorts were designed to be very similar to Impact, but personally, I just don't know if they're as good as Impact. I'm not the biggest fan of the shorts, and I am a shorts girl. Like, I will always wear shorts over leggings, but I personally like the leggings better in this collection. These shorts are very similar in rise, where it sits just below the belly button. The waistband, same as the leggings, is not 3-tiered like Impact is. It's just a single tier. The scrunch is also similar, but for some reason, like, it just doesn't sit in the glutes the same. The biggest issue is that the length of the shorts don't feel as long as the Impact ones. I'm gonna hold them up so we can compare, because technically they're both 4.5 inches. But the glute contouring just feels a little too small, where it just is cutting off my glutes a little bit. And I am wearing a size small on these shorts. Fit almost like an extra small. Like, some of the small Impacts that I have are very like loose, or they have a lot of extra material, but this one doesn't have a lot of extra material, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan. I don't think that they're as flattering as Impact. Honestly, in my personal opinion, I would say get the leggings over the shorts. If you really want the matching set and you are a shorts person, like, you can get the shorts, but I don't want people to expect them to be like Impact. One thing also is that the fabric is similar but not the same as Impact. This is more of like a fabric-y feel, where Impact is a little bit more slick, more of like an athletic material. Material for the shorts and the leggings are different than the material from the tops. The tops, like I said, is that buttery smooth, almost like Origin material, whereas the shorts and the leggings are going to be similar to Impact, but slightly more fabric-y than Impact. Put on the next color, but before we discuss this next color, I want to show a little bit of a comparison between the Hannah Pearson shorts and Impact shorts. So this is a size small in the Hannah Pearson shorts, and this is a size extra small in the Impact shorts. Now, if I hold these up side by side, they are very, very similar. The small is only slightly longer in the waistband, and if we look at the length of the legs, can you see that? The Impact shorts are slightly longer, even though the Impact shorts are a size extra small. So From what I'm seeing, the Hannah Pearson collection does run small because these, like I said, are small. So for them to be similar to an extra small impact is a little bit interesting in my opinion. Color comparison as well, I do think that this cove color is very similar to ultraviolet, as well as marine blue, I think is what it was in the dynamic collection. On to the next color. I love this color. This and cove are tied. I literally can't tell. All the colors of this collection are stunning. This is quartz. Quartz is a very pale pink, and she is just so beautiful, just so versatile. I wish that DFYNE had dropped flares in this color because I would be living in them. So I'm gonna ask petition for them to drop flares in this color because shut the front door, like they're so cute. Wearing the halter neck long line top and the shorts here. What I wanted to show you about the shorts, I don't know if you can see it in this lighting, is that there seems to be a little bit of like, maybe you can't see in this lighting, but when I turn and when I move, there's a little bit of like bunching in the sides here, as well as in the actual seam itself. I don't think that they're uncomfortable in any way. Like I really do feel like small is my size. I just think with my anatomy and the shape of my glutes, maybe these shorts just aren't as flattering. But this color is stunning. I love her. Again, this color will come in both of the sports bras, both of the tops, the shorts, and the leggings. Let's go ahead and try on the last color. All right, guys, last color of this collection is aloe, which is this almost like minty blue-green. This color is also so beautiful. I don't know, Hannah really ate with the colors of this collection. Like, as a neutrals girly, I love these like more muted tones, and they're still just so perfect for summer because they're just so light and so beautiful. I feel like it just makes you look so tan. But I am wearing the halter neck sports bra and then the leggings here. We've already seen these products enough, so I'm just really showing you the color and the fit and the style. I think, like I said, the leggings are super flattering. I love these leggings, like they're just so good. Like, shut up. I love this top, but just putting on this top makes me feel so confident. Just the shape of it and the way it compresses your body just looks so stunning. And I think just the color itself, with it being summer, just so beautiful. Okay, now for the remainder of this video, I'm gonna go over impact versus the Hannah Pearson collection shorts, just makeup, like material and then product description, so we can really hone in on the differences. Then we're gonna go over my sizing and just one more time over the recommendations for the sizing. Then we're gonna look at pricing, and I'm just gonna give you the prices for all of the different products so you have that on hand before launch. And then lastly, I'm just gonna go through the questions that you guys left me on my Instagram and discuss anything else that was not said on this video. So starting with the Impact versus Hannah Pearson collection. Impact is described as a seamless design, high stretch and durable fabric with a low ribbed band. Material makeup is 90% nylon and 10% elastane. The fit is described as firm at true to size, sizing up for a more relaxed fit. I do agree with all of these, so that does sound pretty accurate to me. Now, looking at the shorts for Hannah Pearson, this is described again as a seamless design with a soft feel, but instead of being described as a low-rise waistband, it's described as a mid-rise ribbed waistband. Waistband for the Hannah Pearson collection is slightly taller, but again, I'm comparing the extra small for Impact to the small in Hannah Pearson just because they seem the most similar in sizing. So yeah, it looks like it's very, very slightly higher. So I don't know if I would call it necessarily like low versus mid. I would say low versus less low. I don't know. They're both still pretty like low mid-rise to me. I like that, so. Now the material makeup is also different for Hannah Pearson's collection. So like I said, while they do feel similar and the fit is similar, it's not gonna be exactly the same. Material is 93% polyamide, I don't know what that is, and 7% elastane. Going back to Impact, that was 90% nylon versus the 93% polyamide. I don't know what those materials are, but those are the differences. So someone out there that does know, I hope that this is helpful. The Hannah Pearson shorts fit is also described as true to size. Like I said, comparing the two extra small and the small, I just don't know if it's really true to size. I would definitely go with your Impact sizing for this one. If you're in between two sizes, size up, same as with the flares, just because it does fit a little bit smaller from what I've experienced. Now, one more time to reiterate my sizing, I'm gonna go over my measurements and then my sizing for each product, and I'll put them up on the screen. I am 5'6", 140 pounds. I have a 32 bust and a 24 waist. I have no idea what my hips are, but I really should measure that. Sorry. I don't have a measuring band, I'm really sorry. I wear a small in all of the tops but I am, of course, accounting for my breast augmentation later this year. I will say that smalls fit perfectly for the long line tops, and I do think that I have enough room for the growth later on. The minimal sports bra, I would definitely say go with your impact strappy bra size. If I weren't getting my girls done, I would have gotten an extra small for that just because it does move. And the halter sports bra, I would say you could go either way. I think I'm glad that I got a small just because it does fit pretty well around the bust for me. So yeah, the only one that I would have sized down, and if I had the chance to go back and do it with my current sizing, would be the minimal sports bra, just because it's not super tight around the bust. Now, let's go into pricing for each of these products. I'm going to put them up on the screen, and then I'll also put what the pricing will be if you were to use my code for 10% off. The halter neck sports bra and the minimal sports bra are both going to be $45. All of this pricing will be in US dollars, by the way, so $45 for those two. Both the long line tops, the halter neck and the minimal long line top, will be $57.50. The shorts are listed as $54. The leggings are going to be $64, and then the flares are going to be the highest priced item of this collection at $72.50. I will put the pricing with the 10% off up here as well, just so you guys can have for reference what it will look like with that 10% discount. Time to do a little Q&A just from what you guys have said on my Instagram story. Number one is going to be, which products do you recommend getting? So I'm actually gonna put them in order from my most favorite and most recommended to my least favorite and least recommended. Number one is going to be the flares. 100%. Like, that is such a unique product for DFYNE, and they are so versatile. You can wear them in and out of the gym. I love the flares. Definitely going to be my number one. Number two is going to be the minimal longline top. As you guys know, I've said this a million times, it's my favorite top because it's just so flattering for the girls, and also just gives you that a little extra coverage because it is a full length top. So that would be my number two. Number three would probably be the minimal sports bra. I really like the way that it looks. It's just so elevated, like it's very minimal, very like sleek. Number three would probably be the halter neck or the leggings. Like, I love the tops of this collection. The material is just so sleek, which might be also why I love the flares. Like, the material is just so good. So either the halter long line top or the leggings, because if you really want to get a pair of bottoms that match a top and it's not the flares, I would say get the leggings over the shorts. After that would be the halter neck sports bra. Again, minimal design, super cute, but not a big fan of like the seam that's right kind of at the bottom of the girls. And then my last and my least favorite of this collection personally is gonna be the shorts. They were compared so closely to Impact, but in my opinion, they are just not Impact. Do you think that if you are a shorts girly and you really, really want the shorts, I think that they are still super flattering, super cute. They just aren't on a level of Impact, and I would rather wear Impact over the shorts. This question is a little hard. Which bra do you think would be better for the larger chested girlies? Now, it is hard because I do think that the bust band for the halter neck sports bra was tighter and more compressive, which could indicate that it's a little bit more supportive. Honestly, it's just so hard for me because I don't have girls, so I can't really tell you. But with the minimal sports bra, I was a little nervous of slippage when I was raising my arms just because of the sizing. It's hard because I didn't get my, I guess, at correct sizing. If I'd gotten an extra small, I probably would have been able to give you a little bit more reference because it would be a little bit tighter across the bust. But at this time, I think I'm going to have to go with the halter neck sports bra. Just be aware that it is just the small band around the top of the neck. Depending on your size, it might be pretty heavy on the neck. This question is, which collection would you compare this one to the most? The tops, definitely Origin. Same with the flares. They are very similar to Origin. I will say that the material is unlike any of the collections that we've seen before. It's just most similar to Origin. I think that this material is thicker, more compressive, more sleek. I like it better than the Origin collection. Like, it's so good. In terms of the shorts and the leggings, I will say it does in terms of like waistband, in terms of the contouring, is most similar to Impact, but what the material makeup being different, it is not Impact. I'm trying to think what else to compare it to. Yeah, I don't think it's similar to any of the other collections. Like, Defy is a lot more stretchy. Motion is that ribbed material, so very, very different. And the new Vision collection is a lot more like stretchy and just buttery soft, so I don't think that this collection is in comparison to Vision either. Next question is the V plunge top, which is the minimal top, true to size, tiny chest, big shoulders girly here? Hello twin. I also tiny chest and big shoulders. I will say that this does fit pretty true to size. I did get a small in this, and I'm between an extra small and a small for the most part. I do usually size down and get extra smalls in tops, but again, anticipating the girls getting bigger. I would say you could go either way with this. I would go with whatever sizing you got in the Origin tank tops. They do fit very similar. This one is very comfortable and I do really like it. So yeah, I would say pretty true to size. This question is, for 5'4" girlies, would tall be the perfect length or a little too long? This one will really depend on your preference. So I really like it when my flares are touching the floor with shoes on. I wear my New Balance 9060s, which are pretty chunky shoes with the flares extra small and tall length. They don't quite touch the ground. There's about a centimeter of room, maybe a little bit more, maybe a centimeter and a half, 2 centimeters. I would prefer them to be a little bit longer, but I did get a size extra small, which is the second smallest of this collection. So it's to be expected that they are a little bit shorter. Now, if you are an extra small, I would say you could get the talls and it would probably hit the ground at 5'4". If you are a size small or a medium, I would say just get the regular length at 5'4". I'll actually list the inseams for the tall versus regular up on the screen here. That way you can kind of take a look and see what would be best for your inseam. But yeah, it will also be based on your preference too. Like I said, I like mine really long. Those are all the questions that I had. I'll also make sure to answer these on my Instagram story so you guys have that for reference. I'm super excited for you guys to get your hands on this collection. The colors are just so beautiful. Reminder that this is launching on Thursday, August 14th at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My code Trina will save you 10% off your orders. Every month I do a monthly giveaway for a $100 DFYNE gift card, and to enter you just need to send me your order confirmation to my email address, which I'll put on the screen. That will automatically enter you into my monthly giveaway, and I draw a random winner at the end of the month to win a $100 DFYNE gift card, just as a way to show a little bit of thanks for all of your guys' support. I'm super excited, and thank you so much for all of your support and for your time watching this video. If you have any other questions, just let me know on my Instagram. Love you guys.